are just waiting for a keyword, a cheat sheet, something that's just going to hit your brain and apparently is going to change your life. Nothing will ever change your life if you are not open to changing your own life. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you very, very carefully. It will always be the who, not the how. Most of you guys have shiny object syndrome. You guys want a result. So you guys are so focused on this result, you're following smoke. Because the second it seems hard, you get a bit of pressure. Then you see someone else doing good in a different area, so you don't want to give up. You try to do both of them. Now you realize that the other one is hard and you go on to the next thing. You are just chasing the win. You expend so much energy. You expend so much time that you end up blaming everything else that, oh, it doesn't work, it's outdated, this guy got lucky. What is the difference between me and you? There are many people, we are all born with certain gifts. Some people are born very strong, some people are born very intelligent, some people are born with music. I was born with neither of them. All I was born with was with this innate desire to become better, this innate desire to make sure that I didn't become an average person. And this is the pursuit I am doing till this day. Why? Because if God has given you the gift of life, you have arms, eyes, legs. He has given you the opportunity to wake up today, to go again and try again. Now, why are you not using this? Why are you not using this opportunity? Oh, because you blame everything else. Coming from an ethnic background, I realized that most of us grow up having so many excuses to why we are in that same situation where we are today. We end up feeling sorry for ourselves. For example, I grew up having a very toxic relationship with money because everywhere we went, everything was expensive. This is expensive, that is expensive. But when you put expensive as a title to the other things, you are blaming the other thing for the price tag that it has. Now you're putting the blame on that. But when you actually put the blame on yourself and you tell yourself, actually, I am just not making enough money, then that makes it open-ended. Now that gives you the opportunity to think. Now that gives you the opportunity to change your situation so then you can actually make a change. Now start to put the blame on yourself, because whatever you put the blame on, that is what you give power. If you give the power to things you cannot control, you can never control your life. But if you put the blame on yourself, this you can control. The actions that you do, that you can control. The choices that you make, that you can control. Will it be hard? Of course it will be hard. But that's why I tell you guys to create the who. That's why I tell you guys to condition yourself every single day to do very uncomfortable things. Because when that unforeseen discomfort comes, which it will come, life is hard. Do not be hard on yourself by just being the person that you don't want to be. And that's what hell is. Just looking at the potential that you have of what you can be, but never attaining it because of your excuses. This is why I tell you guys to focus on the actions that get the result and not the result itself, because the result is something that you can never control, but the actions to get the result is what you do control. But most of you guys just want a guarantee. Most of you guys just want someone to tell you, I guarantee you that in 3 months if you do this you will get that. The only guarantee in this life is two. The first one is that one day you will take your last breath, and the second one is that I guarantee you that if you don't try you will never get there. You guys are just so scared of trying because you're scared of getting your ego hurt. The reality is that deep rooted for not trying is because you're scared about what people think. This is the difference between me and you. You can take everything away from me, but I've created this one gift, the gift of perseverance, the gift of never giving up. Why? Because I appreciate life and I want to make sure that I live up to my potential. That is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is not living up to the potential that God has given me. And how do you get there? By just trying, by iterating, by making sure that every single day you ask yourself the question of what did I regret today that I will not repeat tomorrow? And this is called appreciation. This is why I say it's called being grateful, because you being grateful is taking action. Taking action is only done in the present. But what happens? But the reason most of you guys don't take action is because you end up feeling sorry for yourself, and then you look into the past of what could have been, what should have been, and you stay there. And then this creates this deep anxiety because you realize that nothing is happening, then the future is coming, time is going by, and then you start questioning what is going to be of my future. But you're living in time frames that don't exist. The only thing that exists is the now, because you don't know if tomorrow will come. So what are you doing now? Because if you are grateful, you can only be grateful in the present. Whenever you feel upset, it's because you're being ungrateful of something that you don't have. Until you realize and love everything that you do have, and you have everything that you need, that's when you actually start progressing in life. Why? Because you are blessed to see this video. You are blessed to have everything around you. Even when life seems like it is not going your way, you are alive to complain. This is why everything is perspective. That's why you need to learn the art of perseverance to keep on going regardless of how you feel, because life is going to be hard. Now, the last thing you want to do is start self-sabotaging yourself to make it harder on yourself. You need to play things in your favor. Make it easier for you. And there is nothing that you will be going through right now that you won't be able to overcome. The thing is, you're scared of a little bit of pressure. Pressure is good. That's how diamonds are made. That's why you are valuable, because the moment you go through more pressure, you become more valuable. Because the next time you go through that pressure, you will be able to handle it. This is why the key to success is your level of stress management. I need you guys to stop trying to wait for the right time, because the right time doesn't exist. The right time is now, and it is the only time. Start messy. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are a major part of success. They teach you what you need to improve until the point you no longer make mistakes, and that's where you have grown. You need to understand that patience is power, that you need to start focusing on just hitting the same place every single time. Perfect your craft, and just keep the focus on that one place. Where your focus goes, that's where it will also grow. Put the blame on you. Put everything on you. Understand that humans have the capacity to do so much. One day you don't know how to speak a language. The next you can learn a language and learn how to communicate with a different population of the world. Humans have managed to create buildings, moving vehicles, vehicles that fly in the sky, made cars, electricity. And you're telling me you can't create the person that you admire? The only thing that is holding you is you. You need to change the way that you think. You need to start changing your perspective. Stop talking about that you want change. If you truly want change, you'll start to live the change. And let me tell you now, it will be uncomfortable, but that's exactly what we're expecting. That's exactly what you want. So whenever you feel that pain, that's the action that's going to get you the result that you want. So you are doing all the right things. Most of the time, you guys do the right things, but you just start to get impatient. Keep on going. I love you guys. If you found this video helpful, put in the comments the biggest reflection that you took away from this. And love you guys. Let's go.